Los Angeles and Oklahoma City enjoyed each other's company so much, they decided to get it on again. Second straight game, Clippers taking on the Thunder. This time we're adding Paul George to the mix. He missed Tuesday's game, available for Thursday game. That means he got a front row seat to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Turnover, Lou Dort throws it down. Other end we go. John Wall, to me, is off to a fantastic start this season. Look at Wall scoring and diamond that one to Reggie Jackson. 17.6 assists, 4 rebounds for Wall. I love what he's been giving his team thus far this season. Ivica Zubac off to a good start this season as well. He throws it down. Zubac had 12 points and 14 rebounds. He also got a lot of help from his point guard, SGA, 24.6 assists. Speaking of point guards, John Wall used to be one of the great ones, showing you he still got some of that there. And then PG is one of the great ones. Currently, he had 10 points and 7 boards. A tight one here in OKC late, but just like Tuesday's matchup, SGA and the Thunder make a couple more plays and they get the win once again. 118-110 is your final. Los Angeles Clippers owner Steve Ballmer is a very rich man. But I wonder, are we at the point where he's questioning some of his financial investments here in the NBA with his Los Angeles Clippers squad? And I'm just thinking, SGA, now Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, to me, probably has had some problems in OKC because y'all know what OKC wants to do. Their plan when they traded Paul George and Westbrook was to tank for the next decade. They want to go find a new Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. Here's the problem with that. They started from a different starting point than they did, 10, 12, 15 years ago when the Sonics started drafting KD, and then they got Westbrook, and then obviously the Thunder got Harden. The starting point is a little different, right? They're starting with SGA, and he's really, really good. He's one of the pieces that you want to build around. So SGA's like, I want to ball out. But the Thunder want to just kind of take it slow and lose, really on purpose. They got Chet Holmgren. He's out for the year, obviously unfortunate. But the Thunder want to at least get one more of these guys. They would love to get a Victor Wembanyama. Game so good makes you want to slap your mama. They would like to get another one of these guys, maybe a Scoot in this next up-and-coming draft here to pair alongside SGA. They want more of those type of guys. They believe the way to do it is to go get these young guys through the draft, especially the guys that are overseas talents. That's how they want to go about doing it. SGA seems to be ready to go and ready to win right now. I wonder, though, does Steve Ballmer of the Clippers regret pulling the trigger on this Paul George, Kawhi Leonard trade? Like, in theory, right, you rather, to me, the games that make the most sense together would be SGA and Kawhi Leonard, but you were not going to get Kawhi Leonard unless you acquire Paul George. Kawhi gets a lot of blame for not being around, and PG was really good in that 2021 playoffs. But I wonder, at some point, does Steve Ballmer think to himself, like, man, the right fit on the court would have been Kawhi and SGA. Like, Paul George, where does he fit in all this? The Clippers have not been able to get to where they would like to be. Steve Ballmer's invested a lot of money. Paul George just misses a lot of games, too. He kind of took last season off right alongside Kawhi. He played, half the games. I wonder where Steve Ballmer is on Paul George. You got to believe he's disappointed in what Kawhi's been able to give him on the court. I wonder where Steve Ballmer fits with the Paul George component of those big moves that he made to bring in those two dominant small forwards of this generation. Like, I wonder if he's kind of selling on Paul George here because George had a really great run in that postseason in 21, but Kawhi's injury just wouldn't allow that Clippers squad to get past the Suns. But, last year, PG, to me, wasn't around enough. He wasn't around enough. That Clippers team, if Paul George would have been healthy, could have easily gotten right back to the second round of the playoffs, and who knows what would have happened if they would have gotten a shot at Dallas or Phoenix. Like, I think that team should have been in the playoffs with just Paul George, not even Kawhi. I wonder, does Ballmer wish he would have had SGA and maybe found a way to convince Kawhi to play alongside SGA. It probably wouldn't have happened, but to me, their games seem a little more compatible than PG and Kawhi.